viewers, the New York versus Trump trial resumes with day 2 of cross-examination of Michael Cohen.
Cohen's former attorney, ex-federal prosecutor, emerging as a possible defense witness. He testified before the House saying Cohen once swore his old boss was not involved in the payment to Stormy Daniels.
I said, Michael, the way this works is if you have truthful information about Donald Trump, that's clearly what they're looking for, I can have all your legal problems solved by the end of the week. His response, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Donald Trump. I said, Michael, I want you to think carefully about this. I probably came back to this subject 10 or 20 times during the 2-hour period. Every time I brought it up, every time he answered, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Donald Trump.
Alina Habba is former President Trump's legal spokesperson, and she joins us now. Alina, thank you for being here. If the defense can get Bob Costello on the stand to say that, what he said yesterday, isn't this case officially over?
Well, I'm not sure it really should have begun. I think the case, frankly, is already over, and I don't think it hinges on Bob Costello's testimony, I'll be frank. They haven't proved essential elements of the crime that is at hand. What they've done is created a lot of noise and a lot of distractions for the American people, given you some salacious stories. But don't forget what this is. This is about how they booked something at Trump Tower in the accounting department, whether they should have put legal expense. That's it. And you want to show me that Donald Trump, who was sitting in the White House, had any idea about that or that it was done incorrectly? Both things I haven't seen. So while all of this, again, goes to credibility, which is incredibly important, and I commend Bob for what he's done and what he said, which is the truth, I still believe without him, the case has still not been proven. They're clearly about to rest their case. I think Michael Cohen will be their last witness. We're on cross-examination today, so we'll see how it goes. But like I said, thank you, Bob. I think it's great. Obviously, it's important for credibility purposes, but I don't think they've proven a single thing that they need to prove yet.
So you're right that this case is really simply about a paperwork. They say error. Other people would say not even error because Michael Cohen was Trump's lawyer and he filed it under a legal expense. So that would be just like an administrative detail that has risen to the level of 34 felony counts. But there has been so much that has been brought into this case. And legal experts say that it is done to confuse jurors. So with that in mind, Alina, how important are closing arguments to get the jurors to focus on the simple case at hand about the filing of legal expenses?
That's a great question. I think that closing arguments are a critical point. I think there's another thing that's critical, which is the jury instructions. We've heard evidence come in on this case that should not have come in. We've heard testimony that is outside of the realm and scope of this case. The issue I have is even with limiting instructions, it's not really going to unring the bell and the jury's heard it. So yes, closing arguments are critical. They're a summation. But again, their summation will be as confusing for them as the trial has been. I have no concerns about our team knocking it out of the park. My concern is that when you have a trial where there is so much confusing information, even with an instruction, if the instruction is not done, and that's always a back and forth between the attorneys and the judge to get that done, if it's not perfectly done, if it's not done clearly, and if the instructions mislead the jury, you can have a devastating result. So I think it's twofold. It's going to be closings, and it's going to be the jury instructions as well that are critical.
Jury instructions are increasingly important as we get closer and closer. Alina Habba, great perspective. Thank you so much. Enjoy being in court the next time you're there.
Apparently it's cold. Bring a sweater. My goodness.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.